Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Erin and this channel is all about how you can overcome your own limiting beliefs to build the business and life of your dreams. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you absolutely everything I know about organization so you can better organize your life so that you can be more productive. And this video was sort of semi-inspired by a question that I got recently when I was doing a Q&A, and the question was, do I prefer a manual planner or a digital one, which I'm going to talk about today. So if you did like this video, I would very much appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. And of course, if you're new here, consider subscribing. I put out new videos all about business, manifestation, and wellness every single Tuesday and Sunday. So for this organizational video, I've actually broken it down into 3 different sections. So firstly, I'm going to be talking about how I organize my life, or my week, or my days. And then I'm going to be talking about how I organize my business and the projects I do for that. And then also how I organize my thoughts. So if you've followed me for a while, you will know that I used to be obsessed with bullet journaling. Bullet journaling is essentially a manual organization tool where you physically write down your schedule into a journal. I think I was secretly hoping through this bullet journaling that my handwriting was going to get better, but it never did. So I have actually recently moved all of my day life organization to Google Calendar. Now, if I was going to give you one organizational tip, it would be Google Calendar. I love Google Calendar. I can't say it anymore. Honestly, it has been an absolute game changer for me. What I actually do with my Google Calendar is I break down each individual area of my life into a separate color-coded calendar. So it allows me to have a visual representation of what I'm supposed to be doing on each day. So for example, the May Collective, my business coaching, will have its own separate calendar. YouTube has a separate calendar. My personal life has a separate calendar, which I share with my fiance because he often does forget when we have plans. And then I have other calendars such as self-development, learning, etc. How I use my Google Calendar is I actually basically break it down like a school timetable. So each individual day, I will give myself a set amount of time to work on each individual task. And the good thing about Google Calendar is it gives you a notification on your computer when a new task is approaching. So I actually get a notification that time is running out and then they need to step it up. So it's almost like a mini deadline for each individual task that I need to complete throughout the day. Why I also love Google Calendar is because I actually have my Google Calendar connected to an app called Calendly. And Calendly is almost like a personal assistant, but it's just an online program. So what it actually allows people to do is to book in straight into my schedule. It will give the available times to them where they can book in a consultation call or a 2-hour intensive coaching session. And the best thing about that is because I do work with women all over the world, they will be able to see the times in their time zone, yet when they do book in that session, it will drop into my calendar in my time zone. So I don't need to go back and forth in emails with people. They can drop straight into my calendar when they are going to have a meeting with me. So I only recently started using this program. It was actually introduced to me by my business besties, Haley and Helena, but Asana has been an absolute game changer for me. So again, I used to pretty much break down all of the projects that I was working on my business in my bullet journal, whereas now I do it in a program called Asana, which I will leave the information down below. This video is not sponsored by them. I am just a super fan. But basically what Asana allows you to do is to create a project. And within that project, you can create each individual task that you need to complete for that project with a due date. So I think when you essentially have a project in front of you, whether it be a school project, building a website, building a business, creating free training, building a blog post, video, whatever it is, it obviously seems daunting because there's so many different elements that you need to complete. And when you look at it holistically, it can be quite overwhelming. Whereas with Asana, I actually input my project and then break down each individual task and give myself due dates so that it helps me stay on track and complete every single task that I need to have the project launched on time or completed on time if you were in school, for example. I I just really wanted to add in how I organized my thoughts into this video as well, because it actually is inspired by one of the members of my Facebook group, Jessica. She is in there chatting away all the time, and she actually asked the question, being an overthinker, essentially, how do you organize your thoughts? So I really do think it is super important to not only organize your life and your business or your school, but to also organize what is going on up here. So the way in which I do this is, firstly, every single morning as a part of my morning routine, I journal. And this is where I actually don't care whether or not my writing is bad, because for the most part, unless it's actually a genius business idea, then I very rarely even have to go back and read it. So the way in which I do this is every morning I will actually put my headphones in and I listen to the same song every single time. I listen to Beethoven's Symphony No. 9 in D minor. I will listen to the same song and I will literally just write out absolutely everything that is on my mind. It is like a brain dump down onto paper. And I find just starting your day with that kind of clarity, getting it all out of your mind and down on a piece of paper, allows you to be more productive and more focused throughout the day. So journaling, I would definitely recommend journaling at the beginning of the day to organize your thoughts. But additionally to this, I do obviously have so many thoughts throughout the day, and I've spoken about this quite a few times here on my channel, but just take notes. Again, it's almost like journaling. To organize your thoughts throughout the day, just write everything down. So if I'm listening to an audiobook, a podcast, if I'm just sitting there pondering life, I actually write everything that comes to my mind down in Evernote, because I can take audio notes here on my watch in Evernote if I'm, say, driving, for example, or I'll just jot them down in my phone, or I'll jot them on my computer if I'm on my computer. I have Evernote everywhere. Like literally, if I could have artificial intelligence in my house, I would also have Evernote there. But I write down absolutely everything, and then later I'm able to go back and decipher through all of these different thoughts that I've had and organize them into either actionable points or just things that I can reflect on. So those are all of my tips that I have on organization, and I would absolutely love to hear, how do you organize your day and your life and your thoughts? Do you have any other tools that you can share with us? And if you do, then definitely leave those in the comments box below. Also, if you do have any questions that you would like me to either address in the comments or something that you'd like me to make a video about, then please do not be shy. As you can see, I am happy to make videos on all of your questions or all of the topics that you'd like to discuss. And I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. I will see you in the next one.